much bigger threat to the men in blue. That's him! Kill the bastard with the video camera! Get him!
I was just waiting for another unit to respond before I got out.
Good morning, officer. How are you today?
I'm okay. Apparently,
Yeah.
you guys are having another day. I guess,
Actually, FEMA's having
we heard that it was the same thing happened yesterday?
no.
Okay.
It happened last week. But
Okay.
this time there are 4 individuals total.
Is it the same people?
7 people.
Okay.
1 person brought 3 people. So we're familiar with the 1 person. He's been calm and cool as far as the state is concerned. And my post, we've had no issues. But he's wearing a FEMA outfit with the camera and the video. I mean, camera and recording. His vehicle is parked right next to the stop sign.
Which, what does it look like?
It's a tan 4-door SUV, tinted.
Oh, that him right there?
Yeah, that's the main guy.
Okay.
I've never had a problem with him.
So what is he just standing where they're operating and just...
He's standing there asking questions.
Who is he asking the questions to?
To
The staff?
To the staff security. They're dealing with Red Con 1. There's a contractor security officers there, and he's made contact with them.
Okay.
So I just want to make sure you knew what was going on there. So.
Yeah, no. So I saw one of the notes where it said that somebody was hiding in the kitchen.
We don't have a kitchen.
Yeah, it says FEMA is advising they have an employee hiding in the kitchen.
No, ma'am. FEMA is, I'm not sure what that is. We have a break room with snacks and stuff. If they suggest that staff stay in there, that's on them.
Okay.
Has nothing to do with the state.
I gotcha.
They have access to the kitchenette. There's a fridge. There's no oven in there. There's a couple of fridges and some magazines and tables.
So what kind of questions is he asking?
Well, he's polite. He'll talk with you if you want to get specifics. He's more like letting them know that this is illegal, that's illegal. It's my first. He's expressing the First Amendment.
Yes, yes. Yeah, we call those the First Amendment auditors, yeah.
So they're going back and forth about that. And I don't think he's made, visually, I haven't seen him make contact with any of the FEMA reps. It's the security that he's dealing with.
Okay. So what do they want?
That question I can't answer.
Okay.
To be honest with you,
Okay.
I can't answer. I would love to provide you with the answer.
It's okay. I just want information before I go in there.
It makes sense. I think I'm not sure if this is trying to provoke or aggravate.
A lot of times that's what happens. They find something that they think is unconstitutional.
Yes.
And so they want to get the employees to, answer the questions. And, whoever's at the front desk doesn't necessarily know about whatever it is that they're having an issue with. So they're trying to check people in or fill out paperwork, and then they get caught up in the...
Why you got green magic marker in your ear?
I don't. It's a tattoo.
Oh, I love that.
It's okay. You are not the first person to ask me that, and you won't be the last.
Look at your children be playing in your ear in the morning.
No.
This is so funny. I'm like, your kids on the magic marker.
No, that would probably be better.
Yeah. I haven't seen a Florida house. I haven't seen a fucking shit. We have cleaning services that might be able to answer that question. I'm going to post up in the hallway. I have a specific request to work for Allied.
Yeah.
Just to make sure it doesn't spill into our hallway. There's no issues that pertain to the county and the state employees, which hasn't, because we're accustomed to it. We just say, how can we help you?
Yeah.
And we keep it moving.
Yeah.
All right?
I understand.
Hey, my man, how you been?
So basically, one of the guys came out, and he's got a little camcorder, and they're just asking the FEMA personnel questions and saying, basically telling them that what they're doing is illegal and unconstitutional, and just provoking him with questions. And he's not involved. He's part of the security for the county. But I guess the FEMA has their own security, and they're getting a rise out of them.
Are they staying?
Yeah, there's 4 of them inside. The one that I saw has like a white shirt and some longer hair. You'll be able to see. I guess he's the main one. He was here yesterday, and then there were 3 more that came with him. Thank you.
How are you doing?
Hello.
Good. We're gonna have to
Are
make
you
some
who
arrests.
called us?
Yeah, I called you guys too.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Well, we have the YouTubers that's here, and they got physical my security guards.
They got physical
Yeah.
security guards. Like how?
Like they hit him with a camera stick.
They hit him with the camera stick.
Yeah.
Why? So,
What was occurring before?
yeah, were they
Alright, so
the
I just-
security? Were they trying to escort them off the property, and they were trying to push them away?
No, they breached the building because they said that they were survivors, and they breached the building and came inside the building, and this is not the first time they've been here trying to instigate. I talked to Captain Wilson, I was here yesterday, this is one of them, and they came inside and they tried to report people PII stuff, and it's not allowed. And they got accosted one of the security guards.
Okay. Which one?
Huh?
Which one?
They're inside.
Not him?
No.
No, I wasn't
Hello.
with these people. These people come in filming, so I turn around to film, and then these people act like I'm with them, and then one of their guards puts their hands on me, like literally puts his hands on me, dragging me. I want him charged with battery.
Okay.
I don't know none of these people.
Do you mind just hanging tight for a second so we can go talk to them and get everybody separated? If you want to just hang tight here, we'll be here in just a few minutes. We just need to figure out what's going on over here too. We'll be right back.
We'll try to figure it out. Just give me a minute.
Morning. I guess you're not. Okay.
Do you have to have a conversation with him?
I have to have a conversation with all of them. But I'll be out if there's something I can do with you, or if you have a question, I'll be out in just a couple minutes.
This man right here physically touched
So, can we do me a favor?
Yeah.
Can we go outside so we're not all talking at each other at one time, please? If you don't mind.
What?
You mind coming outside so
So
we
I've
talk
got-
to each other?
I've got
so we have
just a
everybody.
statement to make.
Have everybody.
You guys were here on last
Everybody,
Wednesday,
I'm
and
gonna step out.
you guys separated all of us, and then they lied. You know, they lied. Wanda, the main manager, so she said that something was happening that wasn't happening. So you know, the federal government has rules out.
Yeah.
They have
Yeah.
specific.
Yeah, that's exactly what I saw as soon as I came
Yeah,
up. So,
so-
I've never been here before,
Right.
so to be honest with you, I am learning
Yeah.
as I'm walking into this because I've never been
Yeah, I
to
understand.
this.
So yeah, I mean, technically, since they're on this property, this becomes de facto federal property,
Okay.
right? And there's rules. There's rules and regulations governing conduct on federal property.
Okay.
Okay, so this CFR right here. Is it your turn to talk or is it mine?
Can I please speak to him?
What's your name?
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, what's your
I wanna-
name?
What's yours?
Sir.
I wasn't
Sir.
even talking to you, man.
Sir,
Who you
I
talking
will,
to?
if you need something from me or you want to tell me something that happened,
No,
I
I was
don't,
just telling
I don't
you
mind.
not to put me on
I don't
camera.
mind.
Oh, you're on camera.
Okay. If you don't want to be on camera, sir, where are you supposed to be right now?
Right here waiting for the
Okay, then can you please have a seat and not provoke my conversation?
Okay.
Thank you.
So,
I'm sorry. So
No,
we were talking
you
about
don't
the
need to-
rules,
yeah, you
and
don't
then we were
need to-
talking about the 41 CFR.
yeah, so the 41 CFR is actually right there.
Yep.
So that's it. 102.
for news, advertising, or commercial purposes.
Yeah, so exactly for news purposes, and then so there's subsection A, B, and C.
Correct.
Okay, so subsection C is us. It's the news. Okay, so building entrances, corridors, lobbies, foyers, and auditoriums for news purposes. So this is saying where it may be
Except,
done.
okay. Except where security. Okay, so you're allowed to be out here.
Well, and in there. So
The
this is
secu-
yeah.
the
So
security's in there.
Yeah.
So what would be considered the lobby?
well, inside that building, since this is actually technically county property.
Okay.
So once they occupy this space, it becomes de facto federal
Yes,
property.
correct.
And they can't say their lobby's outside of the federal property, right? They can't dictate. Yeah. So
That's a little like,
yeah. So I would think that you could.
okay.
Okay.
So where are they having people wait to be
So
assisted?
there's a center seating area in there, right there, I assume.
Okay, I'm gonna go find out what they consider to be their lobby, and I heard that, sir, and I'm trying to figure out where all of this started, why we're here, why we're,
But so
documenting.
can we at least agree that what that says there?
I understand what that says,
Yeah, okay.
but what I have to find out is what they consider to be their lobby.
Yeah, so it wouldn't really matter. I mean, all of this kind of covers that space. Lobbies, corridors, foyers. I mean, this is the space that they occupy. This,
This is common area, so,
Yeah, for Volusia
yes,
County.
correct.
Yeah, for Volusia
And so
County.
it's also the entrance into federal.
So what they're trying to do is, so we have an obligation, we have a duty to check up on our government. When they act like this, it's our duty to expose vile behavior like this. And we can't expose the behavior if we can't see the behavior. So they've tried to obstruct the complaint process every step of the way. You know, I was just trying to file a complaint, and they just want to obstruct it. I want to hold these people accountable. It's my constitutional right to do so. You know, I have rights guaranteed to me, secured to me by the U.S. Constitution, and that's all I'm here for.
I was told that somebody lied about saying that they needed services, but they were just here for documentation. Are they trying to say that you're not allowed on the other side of that door because you're not in need of services?
You'd have to talk to them. I don't
Okay.
want to put words in their
Okay.
mouth, but
Right to press is our right.
I'm so sorry.
Our right to press is our business.
Okay, yes, and I understand that, but I just didn't know if anybody actually did need services or why that got brought up.
No, I think what it was is they were blocking us from getting in.
Okay.
And every time they would back up, I would take a step further in.
Okay.
And they kept saying that we were blocking the door, but I was actually have my back against the wall. So they were more or less kind of blocking the people going in and out.
Okay.
But they would step aside.
Well, I read his documentation, and where it talks about no photography, and it says that you guys have the right to be in lobbies and common areas. So what I need to find out for them is what they consider that to be their lobby. So where are they having people wait to receive services? Because that's where you would technically be allowed.
Anywhere in the common area.
That's what I'm trying to figure out, because they have whatever they've established to be where they need confidentiality or one-on-one, and then there's also lobby, common space. So that's all I'm trying to figure out, where they.
Okay, as you know, there's a culture of the plain view doctrine. So if they want privacy, they have to create their privacy.
What's that? I'm so sorry.
There's a plain view doctrine. So if they want privacy, they have to create their privacy.
Yes, correct.
So they have to
Yes.
bring the people into an area.
Correct.
They have to
Or a closed office or something like that. Yes, I totally understand. So I just want to see what they are saying is their lobby or their common space. That's all. I'm not saying that you're right or wrong. I just want to see what they're saying on their end. Yeah.
Some of my equipment was damaged here in the process.
Where's the other end of your?
It's probably
okay.
in there.
Oh, you have it. Okay. I was gonna say.
I found it.
I was gonna say I'll go look for it for you.
I found it on the
Okay,
ground. I
great.
didn't know whose it was.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Officer Pittman, I appreciate your professionalism. I would only ask that they not be able to tell you that they're designating an area outside of their property as their lobby.
Yes, and I'll make sure to point out to them that is.
I appreciate
So I'm going to point that out to them, see what they say, and we're going to go from there. And if we have to get, a telephone call from somebody else that's higher up to see what, because I don't have, like with us, we have everything drawn out. We know what we can and cannot do. If somebody above me wants to tell me that I need to do something different,
I
but
appreciate the professionalism.
I'm just
You've been
trying
great.
to help
Yeah, you've been
everybody.
great. Yeah, you've been great.
Okay. I'll be back in just a few minutes.
Code blowing. We might not be getting out. So I don't think we're getting out. Where is this?
Yeah, it was like she walked around to everyone's desk, it's a
Yes.
person was sitting down
Okay, so
filming those.
he is actually, so I spoke to them, and the one male in the white shirt is very calm and professional and has no problem talking to me. He's holding the documentation. He's holding the documentation talking about where filming can and cannot be and where press and news are allowed to be. So according to that subsection, yes sir, we'll be with you in just a moment.
Thank you.
Do you need medical services?
Yes, I would like that.
Okay, you want me to have fire come here? Okay.
But the thing about it,
3 Alpha 48 Central.
We're in a portion where it could
Can you send fire? There's a security guard requesting medical. Vitals check.
man, we're closed.
trying to record. Not
Man,
a lobby or
the thing about it is, they told us, the tall gentleman, they told him the other day that there's a procedure that he has to follow in order for him to get permission to speak with us. They gave him that information, but he's again back here today.
Okay, so according to the documentation, press and news have the right to common area and lobbies. So what it, I did not ask you. I'm trying to do my job. Do you know the ins and outs? Can you explain to me the policy and the procedure on the front of the door? Then please don't interrupt me. I'm trying to figure out what's the lobby.
I can't. I need to see it.
No, I understand.
During that, security is
I'm trying to figure out what is the policy, what is considered lobby, common space, because this is your area, and that is why you guys have in place your policy, what can and cannot be done. The hallway has nothing to do with you guys. So what would you guys consider to be your lobby where press would be free to come and go? Because this is where you have set up, where is the lobby that they are allowed to be to document? Okay, then that's who I need to speak to. So I'm not trying to say anybody's wrong or right or didn't. I'm trying to get to what is policy, what are we allowed to do, what can we not do, and then we can go from there. Because I need to see who's allowed to be here, where they're allowed to be, according to policy.
I'll show you what.
She'll further explain it to you, but the other day, the tall gentleman, we had a DRC coordinator, and he came here and he told us, look, there's a process. He said, there's a process you guys need to follow with the press, in order to speak with someone.
Yes, and
as
so-
long as you speak with that individual, they'll be happy too, as long as you provide proper credentials. But I'll let her say.
Hi, I'm Officer Pittman. So I spoke with a gentleman who was here the other day, the guy in the white shirt with the longer hair. He's holding the documentation talking about where you guys can and cannot photograph. So according to your policy, the 41, that says that press and news can be in common area and lobby. So if this is your rented space, this is the federal business, this is where you guys are operating, what do you consider to be the lobby or common space? Because the hallway is not yours. The hallway is the city or county or state property. So right here is where he's talking about the photograph for news, advertising, or commercial purposes.
Yes, ma'am. Here you go.
Okay, except where security regulations, rules, orders, or directives apply, space occupied. So where are they allowed to be?
He's not allowed to bring recordings in here. We've spoke with him, one of my superiors higher than me, told him they have no problem letting him come in. But we need to call our external affairs people to schedule an appointment, and they will do a walkthrough with him. He doesn't want to do that. He's already falsified several times while he was coming in here. Just like the gentleman said he was here to get service, he has not registered with FEMA, so therefore he lied. He sat there and started in the chair and started recording. The other gentleman burst through the door, came here with his camera, disrespecting security. Same thing. They don't want to listen, so they were allowed to walk around. They're recording PII information on the desk because the survivors comes in here, they have a right to their privacy.
Absolutely.
So he's recording names. We removed the clipboards. We took all our PII down. They walked around putting cameras in. According to your wiretap, this is a twofold state. They're not asking to record us. You see, they're not asking. They're bursting in. Then they get into confrontations with my security. No, that's unacceptable. They got in, we didn't do anything. But then you want to come in here, I don't cuss. Fruit cup this. You're cussing, you're being very agitative. That's not the press. That's not how the press
I
operates.
completely understand you. It's not
That's not how it
professional.
operates. This man is doing his job. At some point, they violated. At some point, they had violated.
Okay.
And this is federal property.
When you spoke to the gentleman the other day and you talked about the recordings, what did you tell him?
We asked him, he can come in, but he had to leave his recording devices out. The gentleman that's on his way even offered to have our external affairs schedule a meeting with him so that he can come back and do a walkthrough if he want to see how FEMA operates. We have no problem with that. The problem is you're not doing it professionally as the press, according to your First Amendment. You don't burst in, you don't agitate. See, real press, they schedule meetings, they ask people, is it okay if we record you? He does none of this. He does none of it. And he's probably recording now. We have no problem letting anyone come in, but there's a right and a wrong way to do it. He chooses to do it the wrong way so that he can build his followers. We're not about there. We're here for the survivors. He says we're not doing our job, but we can't do our job when you have people like him. And unfortunately, it's sad for the survivors that have gone through 2 hurricanes.
Oh, yes, I worked both hurricanes. I'm very aware. I slept in the police department both times.
You know, we had to shut down early today because of this mess. My SBA people, they had appointments today for people to close on their loans. These people are going to come and there's nobody here to service them. But yet he bashes the government for being tirades. If anybody's a tirade, it's him. Because we can't do our jobs. And it's a shame.
Very, very gray area. Sergeant's coming up.
What's wrong?
Oh, I don't want to be all over YouTube because of this.
Oh, you're already over there. Don't worry about it. You're already on it. You and officer, I forgot what his name that was here. I mean, like, we're working this case for a while now, so.
With the First Amendment auditor, or if
Yeah, so this,
he actually has a case?
So this is what he started, well, this is our guys right here, that he posted. So there's so many recordings online already, and I don't want to be online, but rest assured, they talk about me already online, so. But I know the line that we're towing and everything, that's why we make, we have
That's
days
where
on.
we need to have our supervisors tell us what can and can't be done, because the first thing they want is an unlawful arrest or to say something that didn't happen.
And you're gonna get a lawsuit, punitive damages.
Yes.
Yeah, I was a cop too, so
Okay.
I get it. But you know, it's just they've been trying this from last week. So 3 days last week, and actually one of our security guards that was here, he actually he got terminated because of what he was doing. I know he's entwined with that guy on the outside. So they're posting stuff and trying to raise money for him because he got terminated for his paycheck. So even those things are going on right now.
So what rights do they have to trespass them?
Well, I'm not working that right now.
You're working with the battery?
Correct. I'm trying to figure out if they have the legal opportunity to say, hey, you can't record in here, I need you to get out, get out. If they can,
Then it's absolutely battery.
well, if they can, there's no right to tell them they need to leave and have them happen. It being a governmental, so they're leasing this area.
Yes,
It
it's
being a
technically theirs. And I read on the door where.
However, if he has the legal authority to say, hey, you guys can't do this in here, you guys need to leave, or you need to stop or leave, and they don't, and then he says, oh, all right, you need to leave, all right, now we definitely have the battery. But if it becomes the, hey, you need to leave, don't touch me,
Yeah.
and they had the
totally different.
right to be here.
And that's why I spoke to her and tried to figure out, what's considered the lobby, what's considered common space. That's where press is allowed to be. But when you come trying to barge in and you're cussing at people, that's not how the press acts. Like,
Hello?
So this is the area they're in this little area right here. Right.
so
right at
when
the front
you
of
guys are at the front door, where are you guys standing?
There's one officer that's posted at that door, I'm posted here, and then the other officer was posted there.
And so when somebody comes in, what's the typical procedure?
The typical procedure is to ask them if they need FEMA services or SBA services, Small Business Administration, and then they sign in here. They're providing their personal information or confidential information, and they're asking to be seen by a public affairs or a FEMA
Oh,
specialist.
he's going to be right over there,
This is
right here. So,
I still want to talk about my injuries. I don't want to press charges on that.
What are we doing?
He needs a vitals check because he wants to document his injuries.
Can't say that. Can't say that. Now we have a retaliates. But they're inviting the public to come.
Yes, but also too, it says that they have Chris has the right to common space lobby, you know, but they're trying to say that
I feel like I've been hit with a cane.
that's what we're trying.
And I feel like
It's basically them, this is like their front desk, basically. This right here.
Would you like an
So the beginning guy, Nate, said he was here. He said he signed in and went over here and sat down, started pulled out his camera and started recording.
He said that he was getting services even though he was not.
And then I guess he is because he was here yesterday and he actually did file for something, but he recorded it then. And then he came back, and then these guys basically came with him, barged in here, started recording or tried to say yes, we need it, but then they were recording, giving them issues, and that's when they were like, hey, you can't record in here. Which I can understand if you're over here with all these when they're actually talking to people who are signing here. It's basically a name. That's all they're signing. A name. So I need to be seen, basically signing in, and then they'll get sit down. That's where we're at, because they're not writing down their social security number.
Okay.
Which that's what I'm saying. This little area would be technically their front lobby area.
Yeah.
I can kind of see it.
And then from there, that's where you either get to proceed to get services or
Get told no.
yeah, and you can stand right there. Yeah. I don't
The health department.
The health department, where they're doing all the FEMA and everything.
Hi guys, how are you? I'm Georgianne, nice to see you. So when they were here before and Jim Judge came over to help.
I don't know who Jim Judge is.
Runs, he's the new public protection contact. He had said to call the chief that it happened again. Have y'all reached out to the chief?
This is our sergeant. This is our sergeant. So we are making the chain of command. We contact our sergeant contacts the
We were
lieutenant.
just trying to figure out the whole craziness because this is, they've been deportable. This time they really crossed the line. FEMA's trying to get them trespassed.
Are they jerks? Probably, yeah. I'd agree.
Their videos
However, everybody, no matter how much you're a jerk, everybody has rights. And so
we're FEMA's turf, though.
Yes, but at the same time, you guys also have a policy that says that news and press and recording is allowed in common area.
That is, but this isn't. This is the argument that's already been used within the feds have is that this has this contractually is theirs because they're running this space. So it's different. They were already in a different sunshine law, so they've already had to have it put one video. So and then the head of FEMA's on the way over now.
I think the issue lies in essentially this is your front desk, right? And the public, anybody's allowed to walk in and try and
sign in.
And talk to them, correct?
The way FEMA is set up now, this is only by appointment because we've already seen in Daytona and Volusia, everybody's already gotten their assistance. So the other day, they finally just had to shut the door. You couldn't come in unless you had an appointment. So these guys are not in the damaged area, so they have no appointment. They shouldn't be in.
Feel like you need to go, go by your own vehicle, you call
all sorts of new information up here. Also,
today.
I'm not saying that you don't have to. I just want to
but him coming in and like pushing and hurting the security.
Well, that's what we're trying to figure out. Like, was it one of those like you need to leave and it was pushed and that's why they got hit, or because thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. As far as common sense,
is your blood pressure okay?
Got the elevated, but I'm just trying to calm down.
Water or something?
No, thank you. I appreciate that, but I don't need it right now.
Okay, all right.
They just check his vitals.
Yeah, I just want to make sure he eats snack. Sometimes when you eat and drink, it makes you feel, okay, I've got control of something in my life. Because this has been, we've been under siege nonstop.
Yeah.
What we're trying to say is we would have more leeway if they were like way over here and having issues. But if we're at the
they're
front,
standing at the front door, that's
We
where
can't make them leave the front door, I know.
Correct.
Yeah, but I've got a back exit, I'll get them out. I can get everybody.
No, we're talking about the auditors.
Yes, they, yeah. Hey, Scott, are you here
You
yet?
shouldn't understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, I do.
Hey, is this Rob? Hi, Rob.
Okay.
I just want to let you know, I was just seen by the fire department. Paramedics. I didn't, they said that if I wanted to request
I'm doing Jerry, fire department, health emergency office. I snuck in the back door. Because I need to keep him in.
In the middle, I'm gonna go talk to the other guy that's not involved.
He's very, very
Security
nice.
officer.
He showed me where he's trying to exercise his constitutional rights.
So, all right, well, we'll just continue trying to do
I
our
told them that
best.
I was coming in here to figure out like what they considered lobby.
I got a question. Alright, I understand all the videotape things, but the one guy came and he lied. He said he was here to get FEMA service.
And that was the first gentleman in the
Right.
white shirt.
No.
Oh.
It was the other gentleman out there in like blue and with a dark hat. He acted like he was signing in. He signed in. He sat down in the front row and he started recording. He was not here for FEMA business, so therefore he falsified his entrance to get in here.
Okay.
So
Yeah, we are trying to gather everything. We have our supervisor here because it goes officer, sergeant, lieutenant,
Yes,
captain.
I understand.
So we have to go by our chain of command. We can figure out the information that you guys give us, and then our supervisors have
he
to
was
make.
the first one that entered here under false pretenses of saying that he was getting service by FEMA. He didn't get service.
Is that the one who has like the cell phone with like the little microphone on top of it?
His cell phone's like
Yes.
this, and then he has a
Yes.
thing on. Yes,
Yeah,
he
okay.
falsified his entrance in here. He
Okay.
said he was going to be. He needed services.
And so when
I don't
he
know
started-
if he put his right name or anything, but he
Okay.
signed in, and then he sat in the front row, and that's when he began to record.
And then when did security make contact with him?
Security
While
didn't.
Oh, okay.
We noticed he was sitting there recording, because then he started doing like this, and I said, "Hey, one got through the door falsely." Because he falsified to my receptionist person that he was here to get FEMA services. That's he falsified.
So he lied and said he had an appointment?
Yes, no, not appointment because they do walk-ins.
Okay.
Only people that are doing appointments are SBA.
Okay.
Anybody that's a survivor, they can come in and they say if they're here for Ian or Nicole, and they sign in. And he stated that he was here for the disaster. He came in under false pretenses.
Okay.
So I talked to my supervisor, so we're trying to figure out. And you send the staff home? The staff?
Yes, I did.
Okay, all right. And we just cover PII.
I made them take everything. I took all my stuff. Because like I said, the one guy was literally recording names.
Okay,
That's not public information.
Did you call anybody up for external affairs?
I did. Scott is on his way.
Okay.
And
I'm a private,
I
I don't work for
I
the
talked to Free. I talked to
just
Paula.
here
She's still
for
online. She's
interpretation
talking.
services.
Because I couldn't get through to my TFL. Then I called Free and
Me,
said,
he
hey,
put
this is
me
getting
out
out
there
of
with my
control.
name and everything, and I don't,
Security.
Right.
I
don't
sent
work for the
everybody home,
government.
trying to get everybody home.
You're contracted.
yeah, and I told him that, you know.
So there was a officer that was out here yesterday that took report from all of the staff that they recorded yesterday. Because I was here yesterday. I talked to Captain Williams yesterday too, and he
Yeah,
said
I been exposed out there with my name and everything, when I never gave him my name.
How do they know your name?
I don't know.
So we have a security guard that was here that worked for us. On
Oh,
the
that was the
contract.
one that was.
So we're assuming he maybe have identified people and post people information online too. So he kind of is swinging with these instigators on the outside now. So he's been terminated and he started a GoFundMe page. I've been wrongful termination. Yeah.
But I did explain to her, we do have procedures. He was offered to schedule an appointment and come in without external affairs and get a walkthrough. He doesn't want to do that. He doesn't want to do that.
I understand.
Okay, you can get your things and everybody's gone home, so.
Yeah.
I've never seen press people burst through your door and call you MFs and different things of that nature. Literally F you and da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
That's not press.
It actually went up.
We have a few people in the city that, stand right next to you when you're conducting an investigation,
Yeah.
or they're talking to you in front of your car, and there's one gentleman I told him, I said, you're distracting me. So if something were to happen, I'm focused on you because you're asking me all these questions, and I'm not able to do my job to my best ability because you're over here just poking at me, asking me questions. You know, how are you?
But then you're the bad guy because you're not doing your job, not realizing he's distracting you from doing your job. But you're a government service, you're a person. But
And he pays my salary.
Yeah.
It's very frustrating to find out where that gray area is and how to go about it. And you know, the last thing that we want is lawsuits and wrongful arrests and all that.
He's pulling down.
Which one?
The nice one. Of course, as soon as I started talking to him, they like swarmed me trying to record it.
Oh, see, I was able to like get them to like all calm down and like separate.
No, they were recording it, but I was talking to the he was like, so I kind of watched the original video, and it looks like he tried to escort one of them out, and then the other guy came up, pushed him, and used his thing to push him off of the other one.
So he came to like save a buddy?
Correct.
No, well, I was outside when I was talking to you guys dispatch because, you know, they got really rowdy. So when I came in, I only saw I don't know which one was on the seat.
Yeah, I watched his video, so you can see that he's in there recording the other bunches, which end up here a little bit further, but he's recording them being dumb and what you guys are going to do, because he's like, oh, they're recording, I'm going to record to see what happens, kind of thing. He's not really with them.
The guy in the white shirt is not with them.
No, not the white shirt, the other one.
Which one? Oh, the one with the tan shirt when we first came in?
Yes.
Okay.
The one with the baseball hat?
I don't remember.
He's got like a tan shirt, he's shorter.
Oh, okay.
He was actually here for services.
Correct. And he just pulled out his
There was one. There was one, and there's four of them, like the two guys that were here.
Oh, there was one?
Yes, there was one guy who was actually like here for services, who saw the craziness going on, so he started reporting it.
Correct. And so that's when he turned his sights on him because he was closest to the door, and he just turned around and was like, hey, you need to leave, get out, and that's when he attempted to do his security duties or trying to push him out.
Right.
That's where we're trying to figure out if that's where we have leeway at, but we're trying to pull him out, push him out, like, hey, get off me, blah, blah, blah. And that's when the other guy that you saw was pushing him off the other guy, and then you can kind of see him going like this with it.
So we're gonna arrest that guy that actually...
Again, we're at the point of
supervisors.
Do we have enough to say that the security guard is acting in his full capacity to be able to do that, or are we still at that? They have a right to be there, and now the security guard just did a battery.
And that's the thing too, is like, are your security officers allowed to go hands-on?
They're allowed to escort people off the premises, like, you know, because after what happened the first couple of times, because of the common area, the hallway, our contract starts on the line, the black line. So we close one side of the door, and the security guard should stand there and say, "Are you here for disaster?" And if you said yes, you're gonna come in.
So the security guard is standing in the entrance
Right at
all
the entrance.
times.
I came afterward, so he's supposed to be standing by the entrance, and it's in our the post orders. You need to stand here because we revised it after the last week incident happened. One door, because they can always walk.
So then they shouldn't have been able to even enter if he had been standing in the doors where he was supposed to.
If he was.
If he was.
Yeah, but we're trying not to have them hands-on on anyone because, you know...
This stuff happens.
Yeah, but because, you know, where FEMA goes is almost like we're here to help. We're not here for this chaos.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean...
Oh, yeah. We want to help, too. We are not for chaos.
So it looks like he's sitting there recording. The security guard sitting down, turned around, sees him recording, thinks he's with him, says, "Hey, you guys gotta get out." Blah 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 blah. Goes and go hands on, and pull him out. As he's pulling him out, the guy who actually hit him comes and breaks them up and like pushes them off with his video camera.
His little handle.
And that's where that came into play.
Okay.
So,
And I've got FEMA's person that runs this facility on the phone.
Okay. So we have talked to Tony Jackson. And signage that says they're not supposed to be in here recording per federal law. Also, this is by appointment only basis.
No, because
so this is.
she told me
Yeah,
you
the
can.
branch manager. So what's going to happen?
The security guard is supposed to be standing in the entrance and ask somebody if they have an appointment or if they need services.
Right.
So they shouldn't even be able to walk through the door because security is supposed to be at the door.
Clarification from FEMA's side, not the food chain, that they can come in without an appointment, get to the door, but then at that point they would be turned away, correct? If they do not have an appointment?
Is the security officer supposed to be standing at the door?
So I kind of take care of the security, the guards. After what happened last week, we revised it and we're going to close one side of the door. The security guard.
Wanda?
The security guard's supposed to stand right there and ask them if they're here where it has to do with a disaster. And if you say yes, we'll move to the side and let you come in.
So
One guy said that he was, and he came and sat down and then start recording because obviously we're not going to deny anyone services.
So I'm gonna say this. That when we asked where he was, he said that's his spot right there next to that desk. So I'm gonna assume he's not at that door, telling people he can't.
Ooh,
The security officer.
Where he's sitting right now is basically
No,
where he said
no.
he
Well,
was.
so right now we have 3 security guards on post, right? Just we escalated after what happened last week, and because one is there, and that's also a door entrance right here.
Okay, so our question is when the one door was open, where was your security officer standing?
One's supposed to be in front of the door right
You
there.
say supposed to.
Supposed to.
Where
Right.
was he?
Well, I can ask.
So here's the thing. No matter what, they're not supposed to record inside this room.
Yes.
That's federal law. Which is posted everywhere.
But what they are arguing is the Chapter 41, which says
Chapter
that
14 says that they don't have the ability to record audio, video within inside this
it
area.
says they're allowed in common space and
But this
lobby.
is not common space.
And so
In this area, because of what pertinent information is going out.
This is a controlled
They are
area.
not, this is a controlled room. This is like being inside of an office.
This is literally everybody's personal finances in this.
I think, again, it goes back to my issue of this little section right here is kind of like lobby. You're allowing people to come in
to find out if they
ask-
can or cannot come
This
in.
here?
No, right there.
Right at the front.
Yes.
They're coming in.
Yeah,
That's
so
the
that
sign.
front little door space, like up to that desk that says sign in, that would be in lobby to me. That's where I come in and I say, hey, I need some services. You're like, oh, your address doesn't qualify. And then I turn around and I go in. So that would be common area.
Kind of like this, how they just
Yeah.
walk in.
Right.
Yeah.
But
That's,
really,
that's a common area.
right. But the thing is that because of what happened last week, we're posting
Yes.
somebody right there at the front
So-
entrance.
So I guess it goes back then to there was no one outside when they first approached earlier today.
I can ask because I wasn't here, but this guy was at the front when I first
Hey,
walked into
here I
the
am.
building.
So they're trying to figure out if they're with any rights because at this juncture, coming in to come to the reception desk, in here is a moment. And they're trying to figure out where security was. That it might not have been outside the door.
Yeah.
To stop them.
Yeah.
I have one. Excuse me, you want another table?
Yep. We will.
Here. Here. There's one here. These are all empty. We can take them from here.
Okay.
Aubrey's home sick. She was home.
Yeah, so this guy was posted at those hours.
Okay, so you guys officially closed for today now, how we want to handle this, because I'll get your staff out safely without being a problem. I know you've got a couple of really upset ones.
When they came out of having
He's the female authority.
No, so he is contracted for FEMA to be the security.
Yeah, I know.
That gentleman right there with the hat on, you guys contract him for security, correct? He's not in.
He's FEMA contract.
Okay.
He's female contract.
Our security is out in different.
Okay.
I need someone
This is
from FEMA.
FEMA's party in here.
I need someone from FEMA to say that they want these people trespass.
I was the female with the braids, I believe,
Is
is.
there anybody in authority, Scott, to get, say, trespassing? Your security manager, which Francis? It's Francis.
He would be the one that can give authority to trespass them.
From here, this room.
But that means they can still be.
But we can't trespass.
We can't trespass
on,
in front of it.
and because she's in charge of that, which.
Well, I'm not in charge of
Well,
that, but
yeah,
it's
associated,
sunshine law.
yeah.
It'd be like rolling into the PD, they're
Yeah.
gonna get to come roll into the lobby and do what they wish, and we would be kind and nice and, you know, all that stuff. So, all right, we're trying to figure
So
it out.
we can trespass them from this portion,
So I'm trying to figure it out.
but they still have
Scott.
access to the property.
Yes, they could still.
He has the right
So,
to
guys
stop them
make
from
a
recording
decision
because
what
of
you
everything
want, or
that is in this room.
She's trying to pass on stuff right now, it's all the personal.
He's stopping them. We have the battery.
Secure.
We're good with the arrest. We're good with telling them don't trespass from this portion of the
All right,
building.
well, I'll tell her just when she gets ready to call me, and I'll help everybody get out of the building. Okay, thanks. All right, so the other day when this all transpired, that's when Jim Judge then talked to the chief.
Who came here yesterday?
Last night was
Last night was a whole business on it because they were trying to. Also, the administrator.
independent witness of the battery.
Oh yes, he's got video. Yeah, but Alec told you he watched the video. The guy whose video he got is an independent witness. He's out in the hallway. He's not associated with me whatsoever.
That one guy was already here because he lied about being an applicant. So no second guy came in.
Right, trying to determine the first guy.
The first guy that was an applicant. The second.
In the black t-shirt, the smaller guy,
Okay.
intoxicated male in the black t-shirt.
So I think we're gonna proceed.
The one that you tried to remove.
I am Norman Francis, by the way. I'm
Francis?
yeah,
Sergeant Carnegie.
yeah, I talked to Captain Williamson. I had a
Yeah.
meeting with him yesterday.
Yep. And you are. FEMA has given you the authority to trespass these guys from inside this one.
Right.
Turn around. So I saw the video.
That's
You-
one
you
thing we're
grabbed
gonna
him
do.
trying to
Okay.
remove him from the property.
You can give it to him. He's a big man.
Spooning out the guy in the chair by the door, the guy in the braces.
Right.
The guy in the black t-shirt. The guy in the black
So
t-shirt
what,
was in here.
and I talked to the other side, and they're like, well, we can't trespass them from.
He was there already.
He was, yeah, he posed as a,
It was sunshine law.
Yeah, because of sunshine law. They can roam the home, but they can't come in this room.
Right.
So that's where we're at right now.
Okay. So we're
The
gonna.
guy with the gray shirt was the one with the pen device that kept hitting him.
And this is Tony Jackson.
Hello. The initial guy that we talked to and watched the video.
The white. Oh,
The one
I didn't
that's-
see his video. That was the guy who was when we
Yes,
first
at
came in.
the front.
That's whose video you watched.
Correct. The one that's not with them. Who he was already in here and he's claiming that he wanted to be in here because he's claiming to be a survivor. So he was already in here when they came in. He started videoing.
It is Title 41.
So he had the right to be here, essentially. And then when everything started happening, he started recording.
So was he recording before everything happened? Because they said that he was recording. That's why they came over.
Correct. And while they were dealing with that, that's when they came. They were able to push their way in. 'Cause
So they forced entry.
They closed all the doors.
And so
Knowing that they were about to try. This is getting great and great.
Yep.
So,
Is our next in command?
Sergeant is not a watch commander. The lieutenant is a watch commander. So I'm gonna go with no. He can't press charges because he. If we're being told that they can't record and they're doing their due diligence, say, hey, you can't record or get out, now he's refusing to get out, then They're able to.
But then in there, like, you know, there's security that cannot touch anyone.
That's their policy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
That's not ours. Of course, law says they're allowed to use as much as they need to get people off the property. Just like if it's your house, you're allowed to pick somebody up and toss them off your property. So you don't want them there and they refuse. Correct? That's where we're at. They're representatives, and if they're not allowed to record in here per U.S. code.
and that's not considered a lobby or common area, so they can't even argue that.
Especially if the door was closed.
So how did they get in if the door was closed?
I've walked in and out more times.
No, because I was too busy. All I did was turn around and saw the fight.
We go with there and they're right if it's properly posted. U.S. code, I guess will depend on what.
I think Jackson says.
What did you send me today? Come on.
Start getting people's names.
See, the issue is that the space by the tenant agency for non-commercial purposes only with the permission of the company agency is basically, to me that's saying it's not normally open to the public, it's just like legitimate offices and they're just occupying it to do their work.
Correct.
They're inviting people to come in, that's not an issue.
Yeah, and what he's arguing, the one guy with the white shirt, not the other one, what he's arguing is he has a right to record and document because he has a YouTube channel and feels like he's part of the press. And then the other ones are very aggressive, the other two, the ones that... So, then the guy in the tan shirt was the one who signed in. He was messing with his phone, recording or something when he first got here.
The guy that talked to us.
Yes. So, did he actually need services or did he lie to come in?
I didn't ask him about services.
That's because they're saying that he lied about services. He falsified a document.
That's on them.
Yes.
That's a federal thing.
You guys want to go this way? Go the back door?
It's good.
Okay, that's good. Copy. Oh, Jesus, left We're temporarily closed right now, sir.
Yeah, no, but that was the last day. It's like a whole day on the phone.
I do understand something. Yeah, we do apologize for inconvenience.
I firmly believe he wasn't part of them. They're just paranoid. Can I see your video one more time?
Sure, yeah.
Can I see your video?
Oh, the little video I had? Of the guy that was,
Because he was like...
Because I want to know how he went from sitting down to all the way over
said
here.
that over there.
Correct, but I'm trying to figure. Your video shows him all the way over here again, recording.
That's when I had began to.
I'm trying to determine because I can see him in this back corner.
Yeah,
Did he like get up after they walked in?
Correct. When I started paying attention, I thought he was a survivor. When I paid attention, he was over here. My partner was talking to him. When he first made his guys, I'm here on your side. I got it all on tape. But then the story changed once he was telling him to leave, and he said no, and then they was talking to him.
I'm on your side. Doesn't sound like he's with them. He's just saying, hey, I got.
He's telling us that I'm on your side.
Now it's with the residents.
Oh man, I gotta stop it.
Well, I may be in public, but it doesn't give you the right to cuss it.
These folks trying to get some assistance, and he's interrupting them.
Yes, he's being
I was trying to.
I'm sorry. They told you that they're closed today and that you can come back
Well,
tomorrow.
I wasn't talking to them. I was talking to him. He asked me a question. I was trying to fulfill his answer. And this guy's
So are
trying
you
to.
guys finished with your business here?
No, because I'm still talking to him. and
Okay,
he
well, he's
interrupts.
holding a heavy box, so can we walk toward the door and
He was
talk?
coming this way.
I tell you what.
Do you mind in walking and talking?
Yes, please.
Thank you.
He doesn't have to follow us, does he?
He has the right to be
Oh,
wherever.
is that your IQ?
Okay, guys.
What's that?
He
Is that
has
your
the
IQ?
right to be in this building, in this this hallway.
But he doesn't have the right to cuss at my wife.
And I apologize for cussing in front of her. I didn't cuss at her. I cussed at Ken, that asshole.
See, there he goes again.
Yes.
Yes, I heard him. We're still we're working up our chain of command. We're trying to figure out what we have the rights to do, what we're allowed to do, because it's a lot bigger than just me, a police officer.
I was just getting an update.
I'm nothing special. I'm just here to help,
Well,
and we're trying to figure out what we can do to help. Okay?
I appreciate you being here.
Of course.
I can promise you they're not in the parking lot right now. That's what I'm saying. I can take you back away. They would have
They're
started.
still in the hallway.
They would have started
They're
recording
still in the
us as
hallway.
soon as
They're
we started
done.
walking
And
in.
the people that had a question, they're already walking to their cars in the parking lot.
It's crazy.
It happens.
Yeah, they're here. They're not going anywhere. They're not looking for you.
They're waiting.
They want to come in here.
They're waiting for
This
us.
is what they want.
They started following
Yes,
us
but
when I went
sir,
over.
I'm telling you.
They're waiting for us.
They have another way to let you out. They can let you out another way. So if you just go with one of them, they will bring you to the. Yeah, right there. He's going to escort you to your vehicle. Well, they're all right here. They haven't gone out to the parking lot. Yeah, correct.
They're waiting on us.
They want to know what we find out, and they want to be in here.
Okay. You guys have cards or?
No, we don't have business cards.
Yeah.
Talk to our department about that.
Yeah.
I'm Pittman, Pittman, and that's Officer Glass, Glass.
GLASS?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes. Because like I said, we have a video from somebody who's willing to give us a video. I think, I mean,
Because these guys are being trespassed from this room, definitely. And we've already identified the person that hit him.
we have not yet. So
We need to do that.
well, so that's what I was trying to tell you earlier. Is my issue is that the guy that he originally attempted to pull out was actually a person here.
But he doesn't want anything to do
saw
with
this, all the commotion, went over here, started recording them, interacting with them, turned around, grabbed him, said, hey, thinking he's with them, you need to get out, said with you, so he attempted to
Walk him out.
move him out, and then that's when the other guy saw that.
Tried to save him.
Okay, so he's still hit him. Committed a battery.
We also have security cameras.
Okay.
Let me go see if it caught anything. I'll be right back.
We know he's still out there. He's waiting on us. They're still out here. So
And the gentleman who was being escorted out was actually here for services.
okay, they allowed him in here, blah 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 blah.
So he's here for services, so
He wants to press charges on him.
well, he's doing his job and he has the right to escort people.
Correct.
off
I've
property.
already tried to smooth that over. He's almost there anyway, but that's where. But
the other guy does not have the right to hit him.
That's where I was going with
He's
that.
getting arrested
Okay.
for battery, and the other ones are told besides, are you guys good with the one who actually needs to make a claim to come back in?
Which one actually needs to make a claim?
That was the first one that was
The
in
dark,
here who was
the
sitting
darker
down.
shirt one.
No, sir, he can't come in here because he falsified saying he.
How do you know that that's not his name and that he didn't need services?
Because he sat there, he started filming, and then he started walking around, and the young lady was saying she'll take him next. He had no intentions on getting service. He started
they from
recording
Volusia
it,
County?
he started filming and walking around. He was a part of that group.
They're out in the parking lot. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
following people out.
he was literally sitting, and then when they got in, he got up and just went on and started. He knew that.
Everybody can go.
He knew that.
Okay. If they want to stay, they can stay in the common prop area. They can come in here.